The Firemen's Association of the State of New York, known as FASNY, is the leading volunteer fire service organization in New York State. It started out as a statewide organization of delegates from volunteer fire departments. The association held their very first convention in October of 1872 in Auburn, New York, wherein a constitution and bylaws were drafted. A parade, ball, and dinner were standard accoutrements to the business meetings held at these early conventions, all in an effort to ensure the firefighters and their guests were lavishly fed and entertained. In the late 1800s, FASNY was concerned with legislation, fire prevention and life safety, training, and camaraderie, much the same as today. Approximately 20 years after FASNY was established, the FASNY Firemen's Home in Hudson, New York was opened as a refuge for indigent firefighters with no safe place to live. 30 years after that, on Memorial Day in 1926, the FASNY Museum of Firefighting was dedicated as a place to house American firefighting artifacts on the grounds of the FASNY Hudson campus. Both of these establishments remain staples of what FASNY offers the New York State Volunteer Fire Service today. FASNY is currently headquartered in the capital of New York State, Albany. Here, FASNY staff is busy with day-to-day activities that support their mission to maintain, support, and serve the volunteer fire service of New York. From member outreach services to coordinating training and education opportunities, FASNY is always looking for more ways to provide for their membership. As one of the oldest volunteer organizations in the state, FASNY has built a long-standing tradition of serving fire service volunteers, providing fire service resources, support, and networking opportunities. Today, over 80,000 firefighters and 1,700 departments from all areas of the state are empowered by FASNY's commitment to the volunteer fire service. FASNY is proud to provide their membership with programs such as their $10,000 accidental death and dismemberment benefit, discounted online fire and EMS training, recruitment and retention assistance, and college tuition reimbursement. FASNY also develops various materials for the benefit of their membership, such as the Fire Service Law Book, Blue Light Cards, exempt forms, and helpful handbooks explaining tax laws and other initiatives relevant to the volunteer fire service. FASNY leadership, often attending meetings and providing general oversight and governance of the association, is made up of elected officers, a president, first vice president, and second vice president, in addition to appointed officers, a board of directors with members from all across the state, as well as trustees of the FASNY Firemen's Home. The FASNY office is home to the FASNY Federal Credit Union, designed to serve the financial needs of FASNY's membership, and the FASNY Help Administration. FASNY Help, or the Higher Education Learning Plan, began in 2011 and provides tuition reimbursement to volunteer firefighters, allowing them to attain up to 80 credit hours from a New York State chartered community college. FASNY Help is part of a much larger statewide recruitment endeavor supported by a U.S. Department of Homeland Security SAFER grant secured by FASNY in 2011. This large award funds a statewide recruitment and retention effort to keep the volunteer firefighters who are already serving their communities and add thousands more. This ultimately translates into improving fire operations by reducing response times of departments throughout New York State. The office of the FASNY Legislative Representative is also located at 107. The Legislative Representative advocates for FASNY's annual legislative agenda on behalf of their membership. The agenda is developed by the membership at the annual legislative conference and then ratified by the Board of Directors. The legislative agenda consists of bill proposals and other resolutions that the representative lobbies for to be passed in the New York State Legislature and signed by the governor. The process established by FASNY for their legislative advocacy has resulted in a number of significant accomplishments. For example, New York State, with strong support from FASNY, was the first in the nation to establish the fire-safe cigarette law. The law became effective on June 28, 2004. This bill was significant not only for legislation, but for fire prevention and safety around New York State, and has been passed by a majority of the other states as well. FASNY is proud to confront issues on behalf of their membership on a regular basis, striving to resolve them and provide solutions to future concerns through advocacy. The FASNY convention has come a long way since the very first one back in October of 1872. FASNY prepares an outstanding event each year, drawing in firefighters from all over the state and providing them with exceptional training and educational forums, networking opportunities, and social activities. FASNY plans a full day of training and seeks out the best nationally known fire service experts to present the educational seminars at this training day. An awards presentation is given to honor the recipients of two prestigious FASNY awards, Firefighter of the Year and EMS Provider of the Year. FASNY also remembers their members who have passed on with an annual memorial service during the convention. In addition to these events, FASNY promotes socializing and networking with group functions like hospitality night, dinner cruises, and golf tournaments, among other activities. For youths around the state, FASNY holds an annual Youth Day during convention with training drills specifically designed to pique the interests of juniors, explorers, and youth restricted active members, or RAMs, and build upon their skill set. The training opportunities through FASNY do not end at the FASNY convention. Training is a year-round mission for the organization. Each year, FASNY coordinates dozens of classes to be presented by experts to thousands of emergency service providers. These programs cover a wide range of fields, from administration and emergency response to hazmat and solar power technology. FASNY also holds EMS conferences twice a year. By supplying superior training and education opportunities all over the state using the latest technology, FASNY aims to reduce the number of injuries and deaths of fire and EMS responders. New workshops and programs are added constantly and reviewed regularly to stay current with what the volunteer fire and EMS services are looking for in training. FASNY develops firefighter games events to encourage camaraderie and socializing between departments throughout the state. The FASNY Winter Games, for example, draws more than 200 volunteer firefighters each year, representing fire departments from across New York State. They come dressed in full gear and ready for a little friendly competition. Firefighters assemble at Greek Peak Resort in Cortland, New York for the week-long festivities, which include tube races, tug-of-war, hose relays, and a broomball tournament, among other social events. This event is a paradigm for promoting teamwork in the volunteer fire service. The FASNY Fireman's Home, known as a home away from home, is the only establishment built specifically to care for former volunteer firefighters. It started as a refuge for indigent firefighters with no safe place to live, and has become a fully licensed nursing facility, fully funded by FASNY. The history of the FASNY Fireman's Home begins with George W. Anderson, a member of the Brooklyn Bridge Trustees and a dedicated volunteer firefighter who was concerned about the welfare of the sick, disabled, and less fortunate firefighters. He presented a resolution at the 1888 FASNY Convention to open a home for these firefighters who could not take care of themselves. In 1895, after years of follow-up meetings and obstacles to overcome, the first member was admitted to the Fireman's Home. Flash forward a century to the winter of 2005. The home was completely rebuilt and revamped to accommodate more members and offer additional amenities. Once construction was finished and the beautiful new facility was complete, one momentous June 23, 2007, 88 members crossed from the old home to the new one. Today, it's located on 122 acres overlooking the Hudson River and provides members with quality health care, rehabilitative therapy, daily social activities, and special events. Fire departments from around the state visit the home frequently for special events and to spend time with current residents. It also houses a chapel representing interdenominational services and opportunity for reflection. Besides providing exceptional care as a licensed and certified residential health care facility, the home is a special place in that it nurtures the culture unique to the fire service. As mentioned earlier in this video, the home serves as the grounds for the Fasney Museum of Firefighting, as well as the Firefighters Memorial, both revered places visitors come to pay homage to the fire service. The Fasney Museum of Firefighting is the home of the premier collection of American firefighting artifacts in the world. The museum's collection conveys the honorable story of the American firefighter through interactive exhibits. This collection is free of admission for Fasney members. Fasney is pleased to provide both the Fireman's Home and the Museum of Firefighting, one for those seeking a nursing home for former firefighters, the other for those interested in the hallowed history of the fire service. Volunteer firefighters are represented by 8 sectional organizations from all over the state that work very closely with Fasney. These include Central, Hudson Mohawk, Hudson Valley, Northern, Northern Central, Southern, Southwestern, and Western. Fasney has created over a dozen committees to represent the various interests of their membership as well. Each committee is made up of dedicated individuals from around the state in the volunteer fire service. These individuals serve as a resource to the Fasney membership and the community, providing information and assistance where needed, and covering topics from legislation to public relations to training and education. One such committee, the Fire Prevention and Life Safety Committee, educates firefighters and the public in an effort to promote fire prevention and life safety. The committee presents workshops to provide information and ideas to enhance the development of fire prevention programs within the fire departments. To encourage community involvement, the committee holds contests every year, prompting kids to express their knowledge of fire safety. The committee also honors 2 dedicated individuals annually who go above and beyond in teaching fire prevention and life safety to their students. Another very active committee, the Recruitment and Retention Committee, strives to devise new means of attracting and retaining volunteers. One hugely successful event they assist in developing is Recruit New York. This event encourages volunteer fire departments across the entire state to hold a recruitment-focused open house on the same weekend, as a unified statewide recruitment effort each year. The committee has a website devoted to the event with helpful checklists to prepare fire departments for their own open house, as well as customizable signage and posters for their community. Recruit New York continually exceeds expectations in bringing in new recruits and strengthening the bond between volunteer firefighters across the state. A third highly involved committee is the Youth in the Fire Service Committee. This committee supports and promotes the participation of youth in the fire service across New York State. They serve as a resource to fire districts, fire companies, and any local government agency that wishes to establish the role of youth within their organization. The Youth in the Fire Service Committee holds a training day for juniors, explorers, and Rams every year at convention, and also established an award to honor the Youth Group of the Year. Additionally, the committee developed a website to be used as a resource to youths or those looking to start a youth organization, featuring youth programs, events, and information from around the state. In order to keep Fasney's membership informed of the most recent information relevant to the New York State Volunteer Fire Service, Fasney believes in using ample communications. One example, the Volunteer Firefighter magazine, their official publication, strives to bring topical, educational, and entertaining information to the volunteer fire service throughout New York State. It offers feature articles and columns directly relating to the emergency services, as well as editorial content, training and education, legislation, fire prevention, and more. The FASNY website, www.fasny.com, serves as the main resource for all things volunteer fire service related, from award information and applications to events around the state and legislation, to upcoming training programs and important fire service initiatives. FASNY also uses social media like Facebook and Twitter to provide members with daily updates. Besides public relations to communicate and circulate important information, FASNY also sends out monthly e-communications to keep members abreast of the latest news, events, legislation, and training opportunities. FASNY offers a variety of services to members and is continually looking into new benefits to add. Some of these include legislative support, recruitment and retention assistance, dental and discounted retail programs, year-round training opportunities, an accidental death and dismemberment program, special service awards and scholarships, and 2% tax management. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the Firemen's Association of the State of New York. For more information, please visit FASNY on the web at www.fasny.com.